Hello, 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 hello. What's up, everybody? Donnie, you nuts. Welcome to episode number 30 of the Sista-Cousins Candid Conversations podcast. Oh my gosh. We are in a new year and we have new things to talk about. We're going to start off with reflection and resolution. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to try to link this podcast to my personal page.
I need to
Who, me? No. Mind your business.
I don't know. I thought I heard you smacking, so it was just throwing me off. But anyway, hey world.
Well, happy 2021.
Yes. Okay. For some reason, I don't know. It just stopped doing it. But anywho, how y'all doing? How was your holiday? Your Merry Christmas? Your New Year's Eve? New Year's Day? What's going on? How y'all doing?
When y'all together for Christmas?
We weren't together for Christmas.
Y'all went together for Christmas?
No, I think maybe Christmas Eve we probably saw each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my Christmas was busy with a whole bunch of Holland children.
She's a Holland children.
Holland children. They were either excited or disappointed. I'm really not sure.
I did like your picture with y'all matching pajamas. I have not been able to get my husband to get on board with that yet, but I'm rooting for next year.
Just add them and make him put them on. Target always has a good sale starting in October. Yes, Target.
I'll be purchasing mine from Walmart.
Wow. I will say I did buy me some pajamas from Target because every weekend for the last couple of months, they had, if you got a card, you get that nice little discount. So I got me they want four pajamas. And then I think I have two sets of like two-piece. They kind of thermal, but they kind of hot. Target pajamas hot. You got to be freezing cold with them thermals on, man.
Girl, you live in Washington State. You need.
I was about to say you should be used to using them all over pajamas.
No, I'm on the West Coast. West Coast is warmer. However, I'm north.
In Washington?
So yeah.
I would think they would be cooler then.
It don't get me wrong, because we're north,
Mm-hmm.
we're close to Canada, it is a little cooler. However, our summers are mild, like it's not burning hot and it's not cold.
Ain't no pajamas in the summer anyway.
Huh?
Ain't nobody wearing no pajamas in the summer anyway.
Oh gosh. Anywho,
I'm just saying, not in this city.
The point is, them thermal pajamas that Target, I think they be trying to light you a fire. You be on fire with their pajamas on. This is I just gotta take the things off. You be sweaty in there. This is gross.
But then I sleep with flannel sheets, so I'm
oh no.
I need to be warm.
I need my sheets nice and silky on your skin.
I don't like silky sheets. I feel like I'm about to slide right on out the bed. I can't.
Oh, hold on to your husband.
I like some good grade quality cotton.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Like
Yeah,
silky sheets. I can't do it.
you're silky.
Be rolling all that. I can't.
All I can think about is, remember that song by Silk? There's a meeting in my bedroom. I think in their video they had like some satiny sheets, like flowing.
No, I can't get with that. I don't like no flannel, and I don't like no silky sheets. They have to be cotton.
That's some good quality. Yeah, the thread count got to be up. Them 850 ones feel real good. Ooh,
no, them 1200 count. You ain't had no little good quality cotton, so you had them 1200 count sheets.
Nice.
That sounds like it might be out my price range, so we're gonna go ahead and see.
It's outside of mine too, but they do feel good though.
Once a year, they go on sale once a year for Christmas. That's when you stock up on. You get like 3-4 packs once a year.
You're still gonna spend a few $100s too. I got king bed.
I got them at Big Lots.
They may not be the quality you want, but
they sell for everybody's price range. Well, anyway, Joanna and we were in the same state and city for Christmas. But however, I think I may have seen you out of the 7 days I was there. Probably Well, maybe with the exception of 2 or 3 days, I didn't see you, but we
Yeah,
saw each other. It was nice. It was nice to be around family.
it was nice. It's a
We
little
missed
different
you.
this year, but it was nice.
Okay.
Everybody ate at their own house, which was different, right? Everybody ate at their own house. We didn't get together like we were never like all together at one time. So it was a little different, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dang you, Corona.
Basically.
Yeah. Well,
Basically.
that brings us to our reflection. So we have exited 2020 and have entered into a new year, 2021. I saw this meme on Facebook and it said, why does the new year 2021 WON? So instead of 2021, 2021. I was kind of like, not really. It wasn't 2020 presented its issues or whatever. But everything wasn't bad. There was some good that came out of 2020 for me or whatever. Like I said, celebrated 20 years of marriage. We started a podcast. Just different things happen. But I want to talk to you guys about what do you think that, what are some things that 2020 has taught you? For me, the most important thing that 2020 taught me is that life is precious. Um, there are a lot of people who died in 2020, not only just COVID, but there was a lot of cancer in 2020. And it's, a lot of people will focus a lot on COVID, but people were dying other than COVID. And so it's just really sad to, for people to die or whatever. We know it's a part of life and it happens, but it just really brought home that life is precious. You don't know when anything could happen, and your life could be over at any moment. It also has taught me that God is in control. I believe that God knew or knows everything that's going to happen. And, things happen to us because of, sometimes because of our own sin, and a lot of times just because of a fallen world that we live in. But He is still in control, and so I take solace in knowing that God is in control no matter what's going on in the world. So, what are some of the things that 2020 has taught you guys?
Oh, well, for me, the same thing with you as far as family that, it really put an emphasis on just, spending quality time with family, getting to know family, saying you love them now, instead of when bad things happen or whatever. Just really building up the family structure. I think I've learned so much just about myself, about my kids, about, family members that I never knew prior to this because we spent so much time, with them. So that's been an emphasis. Another thing that 2020 has taught me is that we can no longer, put things aside because you don't know when, how much time you have. So if you have that dream, you have that thing that you've always wanted to do it because you're not promised tomorrow. So those are things that really put into perspective is also, like, oh, I'm gonna do this when I get more money, or I'm gonna go here when I do this. Do it now. It's like, stop putting those things off, stop putting off seeing family members that, you haven't seen in a while. One of the things that I really have, really just thought a lot about is that, COVID is like, oh, we're not, you can't go here, you can't go there. It's instilled a lot of fear in people, but for me, it's done the exact opposite because of COVID. Now, I want to make sure that I'm laying eyes on my family members, whether I have to mask up, coat up, whatever. I'm still going to see them and say, hey, look through the window, make sure you're all right. I want to talk to you, make sure you're okay. You take your precautions, but you can't live in fear. And that's one of the things that I have stressed, that I will not allow COVID to instill fear in me. I will be cautious. I will take the necessary precautions, but I'm still going to live my life and live it to the fullest. And I'm not going to be bound by, being scared to go somewhere or do something. So yeah, so it's just more so just following your dreams, not just selling for things because just to say you could be selling for something and wake up 20 years later and you're still in the same position that you were in, 20 years ago. I don't want that for my life. This has taught me that now is the time for me to go get those things that I've always wanted to do, that I've always wanted to have, that I've always wanted to pursue. So I think those are some of the big things that, 2020 has taught me.
Well,
Here we go.
oh
Y'all be praying.
positivity in your life. Anyway, so for me, 2020 has taught me that I am actually a homebody. It was some people straight stressed out because they was on lockdown. They had some social distance. And I'm just thriving because, this is what I do every weekend anyway. So it was good. And then, whenever somebody wants to be like, hey, I want to come. No, Ken, pandemic. So I just
Give me that excuse, huh?
exactly. So, I didn't have to go out and do things, because a lot of times I will go do things, just, because friends want to invite you out. And I am the worst. I'm always saying no. Everybody know that. Like I said something to one of my two best friends yesterday because I took my daughter to get her hair braided. And their response was, you let somebody come over your house? Really? Y'all know I ain't let nobody come over my house. So I went to somebody's house. But I just said, so I'm always saying no. So for me, it was good. I enjoy being at home. One of the things that it taught me is, this place is your comfort zone. This is your sanctuary. You need to make it that. Whether you are in a home that you own or you're renting, you can still make your space so that when you enter it, you are at peace and not in turmoil. So that's something. I'm a homebody. I like being in my space. Me and all the streaming services that I have, we like this.
So you
So,
love it.
another thing that 2020 taught me is that I am enough. I am
Mm.
enough
I know
for
that's right.
me.
Say that again. Say that again.
I am enough
That's
for
right.
my
We are
children.
enough. You are enough.
Yes. I am enough for my mother, my friends, and in being enough, that doesn't, for everybody who always want to be like, I'm so extra, I'm this and other. I am all the extra. Okay.
Own
I
it, huh?
am I am a bag of chips with flaming hot drizzle on it. I am all of that. I am enough. And I'm enough. And because let's be real, in this time, we spent a lot more time on social media.
She got
Did
you
you right here? Flavor hot.
right.
But and we spent a lot more time on social media. You saw a lot more people projecting their life, on social media. And so you saw some things, and for a minute, you might have felt a little inferior because, like, this person over here with 16 kids and they straight killing it. They got 8 businesses. They makeup is flawless. I'm over here like, can't you, did you, don't you? Cussing out my kids. What? Y'all better eat some hot tots, Pop Tarts, whatever, because I'm not cooking. But you know what? Guess what? We good. I am enough. So one of, Joanna had her book, The Mom Chronicles, that came out, and one of the things that her book talked about, not comparing yourself to other people. And that's something that 2020 did teach me, I'm enough. I don't have to do it the way that Joanna does it, that Lawanda does it, that this great mom on Instagram does, or this great mom on Facebook. I don't have to do it that way. And it's okay because we still over here thriving and living our lives. So I am enough. So, and then a final thing that 2020 taught me, and it taught me so many things, but we're just, doing these little 3, but self-care is necessary, and it should not be something you do to reward yourself. It should just be a part of everyday basic.
Who you are. Exactly.
And so many of us, there is, of course, that strong woman, strong Black woman, blah, 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 superwoman persona that we often take on. But in doing that, we're hurting ourselves. And yes, I am strong. I am all, but get what? I'm tired. Sis is tired. Okay? Sis gonna take this nap. Oh, you know what? Let me tell you what I tell my kids. Y'all ain't gotta go to sleep, but we gonna all lay down for an hour and a half. I'm finna take a nap. I don't care what y'all do, but everybody gonna lay down to be quiet for an hour and a half. Because that's a part of my self-care. Or, you know, when I go and I get my nails done, or I go get a pedicure, or I go see it's this husband and wife team that do a massage. Babe. Thank you. Thank you. I need these things in order to be able to keep going. And it should not be something. I've learned that in 2020. It's not a reward. It's necessary. It's necessary for me to love myself, to take care of myself, because I can't pour from an empty cup. And so I have to continue to fill myself up. And that also included finding a therapist. You know, this is something that you guys are well aware of, that I needed to find a therapist, and that I did the work. And the one I was in love with, I really wanted to see her, but y'all know she costs a lot, and y'all know I need a lot of therapy. So I couldn't go. But, you know, I did the things that I needed to do in order to fulfill my self-care for me. And a lot of times, one of the things that people will say, and I hear this all the time, you know, people like to say you're selfish. Well, sometimes self-care might require you to be selfish, but it's necessary. So I strongly, those are my 3 things of the little 3 that we're going to talk on. So yeah.
But why is self-care got to be selfish?
Because, so we'll use me as an example. I'm a single parent of 5. I'm 5.
Are you having any more?
Y'all remember when they used to have the commercials back in the day, and AT&T used to be like, you can reach out and touch someone. If I can reach out and touch LaWanda right now, audience. Anyway. So, you know, I'm a single parent of 5 children. And, you know, my mom went through a health crisis this year, which, you know, she's basically handicapped to an extent now. So I'm a single parent of 5 children with a handicapped mother. Instead, I used to be a single parent raising my 5 children with my mother. And now I'm a single parent caring for my 5 children and my mother. So that takes a lot. And sometimes I have to walk away from them. Y'all, I will take a day off of work. I will tell my mama that I'm going to work. And if she need me to text me, and I go right up the street and check into the embassy suites, and I sleep all day. It's the most amazing thing. I love
you. Do know she gonna see this, right?
Girl, she don't know how to get to the podcast unless I take her to it. So I'm gonna skip this episode. But I got this, boo.
Just to talk on that with you know, self-care can be selfish. That sometimes it's like, I think we as women tend to put things ahead of ourselves. And sometimes I actually feel like it is selfish for me to take some time out for myself, because I have all these other responsibilities like kids and a husband and work and all of this stuff that have to be done. But it's just like Danya said, you know, you can't pour from an empty vessel. And my sales director sent something out this week. Makai Warren, she just commented a few minutes ago, but she sent a thing out, and it's called Hey Queen. And that was so inspirational to me, because it was just women giving affirmations on how you got this. You don't have to compare yourself. You don't have to look for it. You got this. Everything you need, you already have. And that's one of the things that I think as women, we don't do enough of, is encouraging other women and telling them, you got this, no matter what you're going through, no matter how it looks, how it sounds, how it smells. Even when you're feeling down, you still got this. So I was really grateful for that. And I thought it was a really cute clip that I think I'm probably going to submit it to put it on our channel just so you guys can see it.
Is that the one where all celebrities was on it?
Yeah, it had a lot of
yes, I love that one.
I needed that.
Yes,
I really needed that.
I think I watched it about 4 times.
So self-care does need to be made a priority at some times, because you just tend to get burnt out. You get burnt out of doing everything and trying to be all things for everybody. So you do need to take time out to just do what you like to do. and take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree.
So another cool thing that happened in 2020, our grandmother on December 31st turned 88 years old. And so that is long life, long living.
I got a secret to tell y'all. I don't think she really 88. She's been like 87 for 6 years. No. I don't think she know how to add. I'm just saying. I told her.
She was born in 1932. 1932.
And don't forget, she said on our podcast, one of our first podcasts, that when she turned 90, she want to throw her a party.
She already offered it because I mentioned it to her.
She said it on we doing it.
We don't run it down. Look, it's too late.
Listen. Listen, I said, so Granny, you made 88. You got 2 more years. I said, next year we're going to remind you so we can get a whole year to plan. And she was like, I said, no, you're going to have a party.
Oh, we going to have a party. You just going to show up. You just got to show up, but we going to have a party.
Yeah, it's nuts. Okay. So let's talk about, some people call them resolutions. I like to call them accomplishments. I don't really make resolutions, although we have some definitions, okay? A resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something, or the quality of being determined. So when I say I don't do resolutions, it's, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds this year, or I'm going to exercise every day, or I'm going to do this. I think my reflections or my accomplishments are have a little bit more substance, right? So, for example, one goal I would like to reach is to monetize the podcast. We've been talking about that since we started, and it's a little bit more difficult than we think. But I would love to be able to monetize the podcast. I was very proud of myself. I saved a good amount of money this year, so I want to continue to do that, because another thing that 2020 taught is like, you know, you can be shut down from work at any moment. And if you don't have no funds, you're going to be somewhere in trouble. And so it's important to, be responsible and save some money. So those are kind of, 2 things that I can see right now. I think as 2021 goes on, when the world opens back up, then, I'll kind of, expand my horizon of things I want to accomplish. But one thing that I'm grateful for, and that 2020 taught me, I didn't mention it, is that you need some rest. You do need to take time. Prior to COVID, my life was just like go, 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 go. I don't have any children at home. It's just my husband and I, but you get caught up in church, you get caught up in work, you get caught up in your fraternities or sororities, you get caught up doing this, you get caught up, just running back and forth. And like you said, I was tired. So COVID was kind of like, I'm made to sit down. I have to sit down. This is my break. And so I'm going to start to sometimes, saying no to things that are unnecessary, taking more time to either sit down and reflect or work on something you already have going on versus starting something else that you haven't accomplished or whatever. So those are just a couple of things for me. What do you guys have?
Well, I every year I always set these goals that I have for myself. And then at the end of the year, I kind of tally up to see what if I missed any, if I accomplished everything that I set for myself. But actually hearing the definition of a resolution makes me want to take it not only from a goal, but now to a resolution, because that means you have a determined mindset that this is going to get done. Not something that I want to do, not something that could possibly happen, but something that I am going to do. So looking at that definition, I never really looked at the definition before. This year, I'm thinking about going back and looking at my goals and saying that these are the things that I am going to accomplish this year, and then making goals in order to accomplish those. So, in 2 months, I want to have this done. In 3 months, I want to have this done. And then at the end of the year, the overall picture, this is what I want. So I think those are very important. For me, I am, because I'm a type A personality, there's a plan and a list for everything. Right. So it's like I'm all about, making a plan, sticking to it, making sure that I follow that plan to get to where I need to go. But just say, I think right now, looking at the definition resolution is not only just a goal now, this is something that I am going to do, and start saying that, because I think the more you say it to yourself, the more you look at it, the more that you put it out there in the atmosphere, the more you're more likely to do it. So yeah, so just say I always set goals every year. I did meet quite a bit of the goals that I had set for last year, but I have to be honest, COVID kind of threw everything in the tailspin. Like literally, I had things booked up for, almost the whole year last year, but because of COVID, because we weren't, meeting in person anymore. So basically I had to change my whole, my whole plan, my whole marketing plan. I had to figure out, how to navigate this new system. And that was difficult for me for a long time. There's a lot of things that I did in 2020 that I have never done before, like being live. I have to admit, being live is like the scariest thing for me, because it's like you don't have any control. I'm sitting here stressing out now because my shirt is not straight and I keep trying to fix it and it keeps messing up. And I can see
just fix it, just fix it.
But I'm saying with live is like if you're taping something, you can go back and cut, you can edit, you can, exit out. When you're live, it's just anything goes. If you mess up, you mess up. Now tens of millions of people will hear you mess up. So it was very intimidating for me. It was intimidating for me to actually teach via online, because I'm used to seeing people, their faces, and that's how you navigate the crowd. If you see that somebody's not getting something, then you look at their facial reactions like, oh, I need to explain this a little bit more. But when they're logging on to your training session and they don't want to show their face, now you don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they sleep.
Yeah.
You don't know they rolling their eyes. You don't
trying to get that credit.
That's okay, because they already paid. But they already paid. It's all good. They already
But
paid.
you can't, you can't gauge those things. So those are some of the things that I struggle with. It's like, wow, now I'm having to do this. I've never done it before, and I don't really know how. I can tell you in 2020 was the first time I ever edited a video, ever, used, and I'm not technology savvy at all. Let's just get that straight. But I've actually had to teach myself how to use certain programs, and it hasn't always been good. But, this was the year of me coming out of my comfort zone. So I did a lot of things that I typically would not do. I even became a Mary Kay independent consultant, which is completely out of character for me, because I always never saw myself as a salesperson. But I realized that I'm actually pretty good, not at selling, but teaching, doing the same thing that I already do naturally, just teaching on a different scale. So I would say that COVID kind of brought me out of my comfort zone and pushed me in areas that I probably normally would not have went in if it hadn't been that I needed to come up with a new strategy or a new plan. So I am thankful for that. As I say, I don't think prior to COVID, I would have ever said, hey, let's do a podcast. I mean, that was like not even in my, realm of thinking, but it was like, this is a way that we could do something fun and still keep in touch and still, as a family. So this is something that came out of that. So, yeah.
Well, you ain't got no problems asking for them coins for that Mary Kay, okay?
I'm just saying, look, trying to feed the family.
Make that money. Don't let that money make you. So I don't necessarily make resolutions. I am more of an intention type person. Luanda, you want to read the definition for intention?
A thing intended, an aim, or a plan.
Okay. So Joanna is straight up type A. She got an itinerary for the itinerary and a plan for the itinerary. Okay. That's not my thing. Luanda and Joanna are both entrepreneurs. I am a straight up corporate, well, not even corporate, but I'm
you on the fly?
I work for the man.
Okay, you work for the man.
I like my check when I'm supposed to get my check. Now that does not mean I wouldn't start a business. But what I want to do, my current career path will not allow me to do it. And I don't have any intentions of leaving my career path until that's done. However, so I don't necessarily consider January 1 my new year. My new year starts on July 19th every year. On my birthday, that's when I set my new year intentions. However, for the episode, I'll give you a few things that, I want to happen in what year we in? 2021. So, one of the biggest thing on my list, like Joanna said, COVID put a whole lot of stuff like last year, I had these great plans to take this 2-week vacation to Italy for my birthday and be all about me and drinking some wine and eating some bread with some Italian men's. Okay, it didn't work out. I'm upset.
Italian men's.
Men's is okay. Anyway,
So stupid.
though I could do that this year, my goal for 2021 is home ownership. So I would like to buy a home, but I'm very particular about the type of home I buy because the home I buy needs to have some land attached to it because it is very important to me to start urban farming. And I've never talked to y'all about that, but I want to grow my own food. I want to eat off my own land, and I want to have enough land that the food that I grow can be boxed up and given to others so that they're not stressing about food. I think that the best way to take care of your brother and sister is to feed them. I love food. I love to feed people. So I want to have enough land where I can start urban farming and people can come in and they can get the resources that they need to be able to feed their family. And that necessarily doesn't have to be they're paying me cash money. It can be a barter system. Maybe I need somebody to build something on that land for me. And in exchange for that, you can, get what you need to feed your family. So that's one of my biggest things, home ownership with a little land attached to it. So my urban farming can get off the ground. The other thing, another thing I want to do more in 2021 is laugh and love more.
I keep my eye on you. What do you want to do more?
I want to laugh and love more. Sometimes I am so busy taking care of everybody and working that I'm not enjoying the little moments that are, let's just be real. If you have toddlers, baby, that's 24-hour Comedy Central, okay? And sometimes, my mother will say things, or just like right before we started this podcast, my cousin said something that was totally off the wall that was hilarious to me. Stick not, whatever.
That is not what I said.
So in 2021, I want to laugh more. And then I also want to love more. There are a lot of people who know me, my family included. Everybody think I'm mean. I don't know if y'all ever got that, but I'm really not. But anyway, so I want to open myself up more to people so that they don't think I'm mean. So they actually know I'm a very loving and affectionate, caring person. Now, don't get it twisted. I will cut you. I am from here.
Gosh.
But in the minute in between, give a little love, snuggle. Okay. And then last, one of the things that I have intentions of doing more in 2021 is I am going to dance in the mirror and sing as if I am Janet, Mariah, Whitney, and Patty all rolled in one, okay? I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance, I'm going to twist because that gives you are projecting that love onto yourself and you are giving it to yourself. And I need to do more of that. So I'm going to dance and I'm going to sing. So those are my things.
You're going to do that in private, ain't you?
Girl, don't get it twisted.
I want the world to see how.
I will bust a move and twerk in the produce section at Kroger.
Record it so I can see it.
Right.
Because listen, I promise you, I really think people be following me around at the grocery store because I be having my headphones in and I be dancing and singing while I'm grocery shopping.
I can see you doing that. I can definitely see that.
And I put my headphones in, and I ain't even gonna front. I put my headphones in so people won't talk to me. Sometimes I really don't.
Better in 2021.
I know I'm gonna do better in 2021 because sometimes I really don't be having no music on. I just be having
A mess. A mess.
Well, listen, let's talk about one of the best things that happened in 2020, okay? Some stimulus
Where the money
checks.
died, where the
Okay,
money.
look here.
Look, y'all get really
Girl,
what I forgot that baby name. His name really real. I don't know, but that was the best thing. What he said, where the money reside, where the money reside.
I don't know who that is. However, really real. You said really real?
Girl, let me send you the link. Hold on.
Send it to me later. But listen, I was considered an essential worker, so I never stopped working, you know, and I praise God and thank God for that or whatever. However, when them government said that they was gonna give $1,200, girl, listen here, we got that $2,400, girl, we had to put on the taxes and we still owe some more money. But this
So
time,
you really didn't get stimulated, huh?
Right. No stimulation for you, huh?
I need to be stimulated again. Listen, I tell you what. So the government stated that people, because you know everything was, when we still don't really know what's gonna happen, but because people were afraid and they was, you know, stealing toilet paper and they had garages full of toilet paper and sanitizer wipes and all that good stuff. People were saving the stimulus checks. They didn't actually stimulate the economy. And I said, Lord, if y'all give me another stimulus check, I promise you I'm gonna stimulate something with that money, okay?
I want to be stimulated.
We talked about, us three, we were on a chat, what do you call it, text message, and we were talking about the stimulus money. And so I said I want to buy a really nice pair of shoes, but then I felt guilty because I'm still in this saving mode and responsibility mode. It's like I like that about myself, but I hate it about myself because in my mind I'm like, okay, I'm a hairstylist. I can buy some hair, some wig products or whatever, and that $600 can yield me a whole bunch more than the 600. However,
You
I
sound like
have done.
a drug dealer. You know that, right? So I'm gonna take this 600 and I'm gonna flip it.
That's that hustle mentality. GI till I die. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm gonna flip that 600. That's you know, that's the hood way. But since I wasn't gonna say that, but since you brought it out, okay, I was gonna flip the 600 and buy some product, you know, to sell and make more money. However,
we're talking about hair, people.
Hair people.
Hair only.
Hair only.
Weave.
I feel that I deserve to buy myself something nice. I haven't bought, I'm usually a shopper, okay? I'm always buying something. However, I have been really great this year. And so I think I want to buy myself something nice. But then I'm always thinking that I'm a finance person. Okay, if I just buy this one thing, they only have this one thing. But if I buy this and that, then I have 2-3 things. So my cousin said, girl, whatever you want to buy. I said, we ain't even going nowhere. So where I'm gonna wear these shoes to? Joanna said, girl, wear them around the house. So I get that checking to me. I've been checking every 13 minutes. It still ain't got there yet. Can somebody call? Can y'all call the White House, please?
Not only wearing them out around the house. Let me tell you, I got this cute pair of pants that I wanted to wear them somewhere. I ain't had nowhere to go. Guess where I want to? The grocery store. Yes. Ooh, and my booty looked good when I was dancing in the aisle.
Lord.
I'm just saying.
Put your mask on.
Where's the grocery store? Look, where to go pick up your prescriptions from the Walgreens, girl, wherever you want to wear them shoes. And make sure you drop something, so you got to bend down and pick it up, and just do like a Vanna White hand thing around your shoe.
I don't know. So then his next check, the stimulus is $600. I'm like, 600. I'm grateful to get it. But then when they talk about them 2 stacks, I was like, oh, come on, Jesus, make it work. Want. We back down to the 600. So my thought process had to go from way up here, way back down here. But I'm just grateful to get it. So what y'all gonna do with y'all stimulus?
I'ma stimulate the economy.
What you buying?
Let me see. Oh, so there's a pair of Air Force Ones. I'm sorry, Air Max that I want, that I should have bought when I bought the last one. So I'm gonna get those. And then there is there's a pair of Jordans that's getting ready to come out. But if you don't catch them on the lottery thing, you might not get them. I ain't gonna stress myself out like that, because that sneakers app will have you crying about your life. Okay. But so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get that, and then I don't know. I was thinking about getting me some eyelashes, But then every time I see people with eyelashes, they look like they got caterpillars on their face. So I'm not gonna do that. So
yours doesn't have to look like that, but this is why I say don't do it, because it's maintenance. You have to get feels like every 10 days.
I don't got that kind of patience. Okay,
That's
so what
I
else?
don't have that kind of money.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. It all depends what their grades look like at the end of this semester. I might take the kids somewhere. We might do like a little trip. Like we might go to, the cabins in Tennessee and the Smoky
Like a
Mountains.
mini vacay.
Yeah.
That'll be
So
cute.
that
Nice.
Yeah.
You going to Gatlinburg?
I don't know if it was Gatlinburg that I was looking. It might be Pigeon Forge. I don't know.
Pigeon Forge. You said Pigeonhole. Girl, you are funny. They're right next to each other.
Okay, it's some cabins in the woods. What? I mean, we going to the woods. So, but I really have no plans. But I know. Guess what? I know I'm not gonna do.
What you not gonna do? Save it.
I'm gonna stimulate the economy. Okay, I'm gonna do what they need us to do. I got you. I'm gonna stimulate.
Oh, I was going to, I had this thing mapped out. Like, I typically don't buy myself. If I get any extra money, I usually pour it back into my businesses in some shape or form, because I'm all about, growing, growing the business.
Flipping the business. You're trying to flip that money.
And I think typically what entrepreneurs do, because we have that mindset, we're thinking of ways that we can increase income and do certain things with our business. So, but this time I was like, you know what? I just can't this time. So I was going to buy myself, I really picked out this nice Coach purse. And for those of you who don't know, my favorite color is red. It was like a red and brown Coach clutch purse that I found. I was going to get that. And then there was I don't typically wear a lot of perfumes, but only because I am cheap and I refuse to spend $75 for some perfume. So I tend to get lotions that have, scent in them, just because you can get 3 of them for $25. But you still smell good.
They only last for 2 seconds though.
A couple years back, I had got this perfume from someone as a gift. I think it was either a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. And I really liked this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend this money on this perfume. So I picked out all these things, the Coach purse, the perfume. I said I was even going to pay some tithes on it because that's income I didn't have prior to that. But now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't really squashed all those plans, but I really want to focus on buying something local. I think about my friends who have businesses here, who have storefronts, who are, have really struggled in 2020. So I kind of want to sow some of that money into them to help them out also. So now I'm looking at, different boutiques that are local where I can find, similar purses or things that I want, maybe candles that are local, maybe, whatever, just going to boutiques and trying to, spend some of the money there just to kind of help some of the, local people out here. And I am a small business, so y'all help stimulate me also. You can purchase my book. You can purchase my Mary Kay. Look, you can sign up for some services.
I've been giving a lot of my funds to small businesses, and I realized that the other day, and I was like, so I just want to put this out here. Listen, small businesses do not have the same delivery as Amazon Prime. Be patient. It's coming. Okay. Now listen, USPS.
I would check out your candle site.
Listen, thank you. And also USPS. I love the United States Postal Service. That just understand they are sending your packages on the world tour. It's okay. It's coming. Now, even if you want to order something in Tallahassee, from Tallahassee, it's going all the way to Mississippi and Indiana before it comes to her in Tallahassee, but it's coming. So just be patient, but do definitely stimulate the small businesses. Give back. That's a big thing because it keeps them going. Unfortunately, so many people have had to shutter their storefronts, but they can still be performing and selling online. So if you can stimulate a small business, do that.
Well, I would say one of my good friends, Shonda Green, she sent me a Christmas gift, and it was a little container with different, it was a candle, there was a body butter, there was a soap, a hand lotion and something else, but these were from small Black businesses or whatever. So I thought that was really cute. She was gifting her friend, but also supporting the businesses. So I thought that was a really cute idea. So, um, that's a wonderful idea, Juju. So now y'all making me feel bad about these shoes.
Don't feel bad about you.
And don't feel bad about some shoes. Here's the thing. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a small business to how. There are some designer shoes made by Black minority business owners, women, female business owners.
That's awesome.
So look into that. I mean, even if it's not necessarily, an actual small business, but like a minority business owner, a female business owner, because a lot of times they have a harder time establishing their small businesses and keeping them going. So
I got you, boo.
That's what we should do. We should get some products and then we can, show them on our podcast. Say, hey, this is what we did with some of our stimulus money, if not all. And then kind of highlight some of those products.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Okay, so we will be purchasing. Each of us will be purchasing one or more item. Not all of my stimulus money, y'all, because I told y'all I'm gonna do something else. But some of my stimulus money will be used. Some of our stimulus money will be used. We're gonna pick out some small businesses and purchase some things that we've been interested in, and then we will highlight them on the podcast.
I'm gonna have to buy mine out of my own pocket because my stimulus ain't enough to cover my shoes. So I still got to put a couple, some of my own dollars.
What kind of shoes you get?
Mind your business.
You get some cream bottoms.
Mind your business.
Okay, let me just get it straight. You would pay more than $600 for a pair of shoes?
I don't want
My husband might be looking at this. Shut your mouth, girl.
But I'm not paying it. But if you want to buy me some over $600 shoes,
I just got a question. Do $600 shoes feel better than the $35.99 shoes? Like, what's the difference?
$600 shoes are made to be pretty, not comfortable. They're made to be pretty, not comfortable. However, I have learned how to work it, right? Because, sometimes you can have some $35 shoes or some $350 shoes or $3,000 shoes. If they hurt, they hurt, right? You put them on just to go into place. You got your little fold up shoes in your bag. You take them off anyway at about 30 minutes. However, I have, depending on who the designer is, I have figured out what the sizing so I can wear them a little bit longer. And then I buy those little inserts that go on so my foot won't move. So you just, you got to make it work.
Okay, so
are they like better quality?
They're definitely better quality, soft, better leather, design better, the stitch and all that.
Okay. All right.
Listen. No.
I'm just saying, if anybody want to gift me some $600 pair of shoes,
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm gonna put my Cash App in the comments. That's the only way I'm ever gonna get.
Hey, you gotta ask them what you want. You never know.
That's the only way I'm gonna get the test to pay $600. I would not I don't even think if I had the money, I would pay that much money for some shoes. I'm about to walk on the ground with it get dirty. I can't.
You be mad when they get scuffed up at the bottom.
It's like I don't know. My personality won't allow me to do that.
And I told y'all I lost something, so I don't know if I'm gonna be buying any shoes either. I might have to. I know, I feel so bad. But
you pay for quality, so I'm not opposed to that. I'm not let's just say maybe one day, but not today. I'm not able.
Maybe tomorrow, but not today.
Maybe tomorrow, but not today.
Well, hence the feeling.
Listen,
my own money.
When I win the lottery,
you about some shoes.
All has some $600 shoes.
All right.
At least one pair.
Y'all remember she said that, right?
Y'all only getting one pair now.
We weren't getting nothing the last time she won the lottery.
We can't be spending all the lottery money.
Y'all are a mess.
Well, anything else y'all want to, either reflect on from 2020 or any goals or accomplishments you guys want to accomplish or get done for 2021?
Well,
What is your compass? I think Donnie said hers. I don't think we said ours. Like, what are some things y'all want to accomplish in 2021?
I did. I said I want to monetize the podcast and continue.
Maybe I didn't say it. Maybe I'm the only one who didn't say it.
I think you did.
Did I?
You
What did I say?
Listen, you know I got mom brain, girl. I can't remember.
Is that what we calling it now?
Listen,
It was CRS.
Mom brain and HR brain will have you suffer from CRS, okay?
We got it for sure.
Just in case I didn't say it, I think some of the accomplishments that I want this year, I want to release at least 3 books. I'm releasing my children's book. I have another book coming out.
What you did when you was a kid?
Yes, I'm releasing that this year within the next couple months. I have another book that's coming out that's called From Powerless to Powerful and Keys to Developing Self-Confidence. And I'm also releasing my marriage book that I have been working on forever that is halfway finished, but it's called
You kept that secret real good.
Yep, it's called He Said, She Said, The Truth About Love and Marriage.
Oh,
so
no,
that's going to be coming out. That's going to be coming out towards the end of the year. And I also am developing a course through Teachable based on the book From Powerless to Powerful. So those are the 4 things that I definitely want to accomplish for this year. So y'all keep me accountable.
You busy as a cat covering up shit, ain't you?
You stupid Luanda.
I'm just saying.
Look, I'm just thinking about it.
I'm just trying to remember to brush all my kids' teeth in the morning. Girl, please.
I also have some goals with my Mary Kay. I want to kind of expand that and get more of expanding my tribe. Having people under me. Right now, I'm just trying to get my feet wet on just actually teaching people how to use it and selling it. But I actually want to get to a point where it becomes a full-time business for me. Only because I love what Mary Kay stands for. The meetings and stuff that we have, the encouragement that I have gotten from Mary Kay and the people involved with it have really really inspired me to do some things that I never thought I could do on my own. So I kind of want to give that back to people, give that back to women, give them another avenue for bringing in income. So I'm going to be looking at some goals, with the Mary Kay business also. And just family-wise, it's just, focusing on my family, still developing my relationship with my kids, just taking time out to, figure out what I need to do. I think in 2020, it was just like, oh my God, I don't know what to do but pray. But this year, I really feel like my focus is just really hearing from God and doing exactly what he tells me to do. Not just hearing from him, but actually moving when he says move. And I think in order to hear his voice that clear, you have to have a strong relationship with him and spend a lot of time with him in order to know his voice, to recognize it, and to move accordingly. So, those are some of the goals that I have for, 2021.
Well, you're going to be busy. We're going to be encouraging, uplifting, and praying.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm proud. I am very proud of both of you and all that you're doing. Professionally, there are some things that I would like to do as well. We're not going to speak on them. We're just going to claim the victory in the name of the Lord and Jesus Christ. Amen.
Right. Want to do it?
Those are amazing things that you are putting out there. And I know that you will accomplish everything that you set out to do because you always do. So I'm excited about that. I think one of the last things I want to say is I just want to encourage everyone out there to know and understand that, 2020 was rough. If all you did was make it through, that was enough.
I know that's right.
You did not have to hustle. You did not have to start no business. You did not have to, if you made it through, kudos to you.
I know that's right.
Because it was a struggle. And guess what? This year, not everybody has these huge, lofty dreams. And that's okay. It's okay. Be yourself and know that whatever it is that you are doing is enough. You are enough. I just want to say that I love both of my sister cousins, Joanna and Luanda. They really do get on my last nerve. And y'all can understand these text messages, this group chat that we have is never ending.
Likewise, boo.
It's like a song that doesn't end. It just goes on. So anyway, but I love them. And I am so thankful and grateful that, even with distance, we do have a really great relationship. We're actually closer than most people would realize. We talk about a lot of things, and then there are a lot of things that we don't talk about, but that does not mean we're not there for each other. We don't agree on anything except for the fact that we love each other. And we will continue to do that in the new year. And we're planning on bringing you even more content. And we want you to share with us what you would like to hear. And we're just excited about what this new year has in store for us, what God has in store for us, what we have in store for each other, and how we can be not only good to ourselves, but good to others. So happy New Year, everyone.
I'm glad you said that because I almost forgot. We at the Sista-Cousins Candid Conversations podcast, we were normally recording on a weekly basis. However, starting in February, we are going to be recording only on the first and third weeks of each month. So instead of you guys getting 4 episodes in a month, you're only going to receive 2. However, we still will be posting on social media each week, but the actual recordings are going to be the first and third. Just depending on what the topic is, we will probably either be live or recorded. But we're still going to continue on with the episodes being uploaded to Podbean, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. Those are still going to continue on Thursdays, but we wanted to give you guys heads up. We'll try to make the announcement for the month of January. We're going to record every week because we didn't talk about it in December. We forgot and almost forgot again. But we'll record every week in January, but starting February, we'll start recording on the first and third. But we'll remind you guys these next 3 weeks.
And also just want to add that we are kind of revamping some things too. So we got some good stuff coming, in 2021. And that's one of the reasons why we're kind of, doing a new format. So just keep your eyes open. We got a lot of stuff that we're coming, a lot of things that we're doing. And we just can't wait to share them with you. So we look forward to hearing your feedback on them. And reach out to us if there's something you want to hear about, any questions that you have. Hit us up in the comments. You can reach us via email at sistercousinsunited@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on any of our social media platforms, but we want to hear from you because we don't want to just put stuff out there. We want to know what you want to talk about. And it could be anything. We do read the emails that we get in. We read the comments that we get in. We do follow up. So please, keep in touch with us and let us know what you think, what you want, and your opinions.
Joanna, can you put the email, the Sista, SISTA Cousins Unite @gmail.com. So on that note, we really appreciate, the support you guys gave us in 2020, and we look forward to more of your support and good things in the future. So on that note, we want to say peace and hair grease.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.